Hi, this is Dr. Scott Garrigan, and welcome to TLT462. We have an incredibly long name for the course, Special Topics in Development of Instructional Technology Resources and Technologies for Learning, Online Teaching and Learning. You got to take a deep breath before you say that. We just call it Online Teaching and Learning. I'm a professor of practice of teaching, learning, and technology at Lehigh University's College of Education. Now, in our online teaching and learning course, we're going to learn about how online teaching and learning happens at the collegiate, the college and university level. Well, we find that most colleges and universities offer online courses, some even entire degrees online. At the K-12 level, many teachers are using online learning methods called flipping the classroom, and 5 states actually require students to take an online course before they graduate from high school. In healthcare, business, military, technology, the use is amazing. In our own hospital in Bethlehem, St. Luke's Hospital, 3 of our program graduates run an instructional design program where they convert face-to-face learning materials to online courses for hospital employees. In business, 33% of training today is online. In technology, about 75%. And in the military, a decade ago, in a workshop that I taught, one of the students there was the director of training for the CIA. So from military, business, healthcare, down through colleges and universities to K-12, online teaching and learning is big. Now, in our course, we'll learn a little bit about the history. Is it new? Has it been going on for a while? We'll learn about the glue that holds it together, the Learning Management System, or LMS. We'll learn about advanced techniques used by the very best online courses. And in this process, you'll be doing not just reading and writing, but you'll be doing some projects, some independent projects, some team projects, where you're actually creating online lessons. It's an online course, but there are some face-to-face components. There will be live face-to-face web conferences, and there will also be on-campus meetups. Those are required for the international students, and they're optional for domestic students. We have 2 great textbooks, one by Sal Khan, The One World Schoolhouse, where you get to read the story of how a small online project came to serve millions and millions of students, and that's projected to where that might go in the future to help underserved populations in the U.S. and around the world. The other book by Barbara Means and her associates is Learning Online, and that's a research-focused book. So her book will tell you, what does the research say? What really works? What might not? What are the conditions under which it works? And how well does it work? You'll be learning about some of the leaders in online learning, the people who created new ideas and new techniques. And these are some of them. Maybe you know some of them. If you don't, you'll know them all by the end of the course. We'll also study case studies of schools who have used online teaching and learning in great ways. Now, in the first week of the course, in Chapter 1 of Means' book, you'll read the 4 drivers of online learning that suggest that this will continue to grow. And she'll tell you lots of detail. But the first is that absolutely everything is online these days. Whether you want to buy a book, make a dinner reservation, buy an airline ticket, find a date. So why shouldn't at least part of education be online? That doesn't mean it should all be online, but that it's a natural and expected place for education to be. Equity refers to the idea that in the U.S., only 70% of our kids graduate from high school, 30% don't. We have a huge diversity in educational attainment. Around the world, it's even greater. So there's some places that have no good schools, or they're not close to any schools. online teaching and learning is advanced as a way to bridge that equity gap and bring high quality education to whoever you are, whenever you need it, no matter what money you have or don't. Online teaching and learning, online courses are economical. They're much less costly to deliver than a course in a real school. You don't need a school building. You don't have to bus kids to a place. The education comes to you. And some research actually suggests that some online courses have been better than face-to-face. So I know you're not quite so sure about that one, but we'll find out and explore that as the course progresses. So how big is this going to be in the near-term future? Well, Clay Christensen and Mike Horn, in their Disrupting Class book in 2008, made a projection. They said that 50% of U.S. high school courses will be delivered online by just 2019. That's only 4 years from now or so. So in 4 years or so, you'll be able to see how close their prediction was. Well, what's next for you in our course? So the day-to-day progress through the course is guided by course site. That's your authority on all parts of the course. That will guide you just step by step through the course. In some cases, you won't be able to get to the next part until you've completed the parts that are required beforehand. And our syllabus is very thin. It's just a guide. It's most accurate for what we'll be doing each week. So for example, the first week of the class will be asynchronous. That means there's no face-to-face meeting of any kind. But in week 2, there'll be an on-campus meetup, again, required for the international students, optional for domestics. And in week 3, we'll all get together online for a live web conference, and I'll give you directions on how to do all of that stuff as we get closer. And we'll schedule the meetups and the live web conferences collaboratively when we start the course. So, with that as an introduction, I'm so happy that you can join us, and have a great course.